Ladies, if your man is not obsessed with you, then he ain't it.
So some people hate me for saying that, online and also in person. And older Slavic women have been telling that to us for years. That is like a common knowledge in our regions, that you should marry a man that loves you more. He should love you more and he should be the obsessed one. And people in the western part of the world, they don't like it. I don't know, maybe they think I'm saying that you should marry a man that you don't love. I am not saying that, don't come for me. Do not marry a man that you don't love and that's not your type, you're not attracted to him, you're just desperate and you want attention. Don't do it. You should love your husband, respect him, be attracted to him. Yes, of course. Or they're also saying, well, you should be equally obsessed. There is no such thing, and that's my take. Not just mine, but anyway. There's no such thing as equally obsessed. Someone is a little bit, tiny little bit more obsessed anyway. Again, you should both be in love, but the obsessed part, that's his part. Because being obsessed is essentially pursuing someone. Now, if you want to be pursuing your man, you want to be providing for him, I don't know, do the whole thing for him, have the most mental load, go ahead. Is that kind of marriage going to be fulfilling? Probably not. Is he going to appreciate it? No. I will die on this hill. You can literally disagree with me. That's fine. But the old Slavic grandma wisdom, it's not out of nowhere.
Babe, here. Can you take care of that, please?
What is that?
I gotta go run an errand. Can you take care of those, please? Thank you.
What is this?
What do you mean, what is this, Karen? Bills. Can you take care of them?
What do you want me to do with them?
Why you look so surprised?
What do you want me to do with them?
Pay them. I'll be back. I need to, bro. If you don't pay in the next like 20 minutes, I'm gonna get like a bunch of interest. You have to pay in the next 20 minutes.
I don't know. Who pay who?
These bills, pay them.
But how?
What do you mean how, Karen? You need to know how. My point is that, okay? You don't know anything around here, okay? If something happens to me tomorrow, who's gonna? Do you know who do we pay electrical for? Who, you know?
FPL.
FPL, there you go. You got one right. Okay. Do you know our mortgage company? Do you know who pays for our health insurance? What about our car insurance? What about the internet? Do you know who we have for internet?
Comcast.
Comcast? Karen, we're going to sit down tonight and I'm going to teach you everything, okay? Because you have to...
I don't wanna.
Yes, of course you wanna. Like, who else is going to take care of this if I'm not around?
Isn't there like a person that if something happens, they come and give me money and fix all the stuff? Pay everything and like...
You mean a life insurance?
Yeah, who is that?
You're relying on my life insurance to pay my bills?
Yeah.
Bro, you're so Dominican, you know no shit. I don't know how they work in Dominican Republic, but over here, bro...
Okay, but who's our life insurance? That I need to know.
Coño.
No, for real. Who is
No. Do you even know? Okay, who do you make your car payments to? Do you know?
it? No.
No, of course
It's
not.
automatic.
It's automatic?
They take it out of my account. You
Do you know what type of car you drive?
It's a Porsche Macan S. You made me like this.
I made you like this?
Yes. I've been with you since I'm 19 years old. You made me like this.
You're getting too comfortable, honey bun.
I'm not getting. I got long time ago.
Hey, escúchame.
What?
We need to fix that, Karen.
No.
Catalea is gonna rely on you.
I just told you, the people with the money come and solve the problem. Isn't that how it works?
No, my dear, that's not how this works, okay? You need to know how I do my, the taxes. Who do we do our taxes with? Do you know who,
That's too much.
That's too much, yeah. How do you think my brain functions in a day? Why do you think when I come home, my brain is fried? And then you come here and you add more and more chismoseria on top of it. I don't have time for this shit. So I need you to learn the normal household stuff. Why you look surprised?
I know the normal household stuff. I clean, I cook, I take care of the baby, I take care of you, take care of myself. I look pretty for you. I work on our business. I study. I'm studying right now. That's the stuff that I'm supposed to do.
All right, baby. I got you. But no, seriously, you just have to know as a backup. And don't cry. Well, you look like you're tearing up. It's not that serious.
I don't want to.
It's not that serious.
I'm
Okay, I'll just
sorry.
teach you. You don't have to be sorry. You just have to know these things. Okay?
I don't want to do it. I don't want nothing to happen to you.
Nothing's gonna happen to me. It's just in case. Okay?
But it's fine because we're gonna leave together.
We're gonna leave together?
Yeah.
No, one of us has to take care of the baby, Karen. Remember, before the baby, maybe you can come with me, but after, no, somebody has to stay here.
Fine. You go.
A man needs to love a woman more than she loves him for a relationship to work. 100%. If a woman loves a man more than he loves her, and he's not more physically and emotionally invested, it will never work. Men have to want you more than you want them. They have to love you more than you love them. And that's gonna show in his effort and how much work he puts in. When a woman loves a man more, she's throwing herself at him, and he's not really putting in any work. He's not invested the same. He might seem like he cares at first, but eventually he's gonna lose interest. Bottom line, the more work a man puts in truly defines how much he loves you, and he's gotta love you more than you love him for the relationship to work.
I recently watched The Office. One of the scenes that struck me was Mindy Kaling's, as Kelly, obsession with B.J. Novak, as Ryan. Kaling and Novak were in love, but they always bickered over everything. From all observations, one can see that Kaling wanted to be loved and accepted by Novak, but Novak wasn't committed to their relationship. He was a narcissistic, manipulative boyfriend whose only agenda was to mess with Kaling's feelings. Their scenes featured a bit of romance, arguments, and breakups. Some fans pointed out that Novak intentionally strung Kaling along because he wasn't ready to marry her, which was Kaling's dream. Their complicated dynamic in The Office reflected their real-life relationship. Novak and Kaling have been friends since season 1 of The Office. In an interview with Insider, Novak described their relationship as a romantic, toxic boundaries mess, just as we see in The Office. The two broke up because they were better of as friends than as lovers. I will freely admit, my relationship with BJ Novak is weird as hell, Kaling said. He is not my boyfriend, but he is not my best friend. I guess you could describe our relationship as a romantically charged camaraderie with loud arguments, Kaling opened up to Insiders. We see this scenario often among couples. When a woman loves a man more, the relationship rarely works. Human emotions cannot be measured in scales. It's undeniable that one person will have to love the other more, since loving on equal balance is impossible to achieve. Over the weekend, I was talking with some women from the Rotary Club. I have been a member of this club for close to 6 years now. I know some of the women's journeys, in their careers and romantic relationships. I'm not nosy. But I've noticed that people feel comfortable sharing their feelings with me. Maybe because I listen without judging them. And I give my honest opinion, even the ones they find it hard to admit. Some people fake niceness to fit in. But that is not me. I will tell you the truth straight as it is without prejudices. Anyway, back to my story. I listened to the women's stories with keen interest as one woman after another shared their love experiences. One of the women, let's call her Raven, has been married to her husband for 5 years. They started dating when she was 17 and he was 20. Early in their relationship, before they got married, he left her for another woman, but she loved him and waited for him to come back to her. And he did, after a few months. He did a lot of things to win back her trust again. He would serenade her with his poetry. Yes, he was an artist. And a talented one at that. His exes would threaten Raven, saying her marriage won't last because they will do anything to get back with her husband. That should prove what a romantic this man was. Ladies melted at the sight of him, which made Raven insecure at times. Raven said she felt so happy that he chose her among other women, and she let him get away with pretty much anything. She has never turned him down for sex, and she allows him to spend extravagantly, throwing thousands of dollars on video games, music gear, and anything he wants, even if they end up spending their monthly housekeeping allowance because she loved him. However, since they got married, things are no longer the same. The poetry stopped. He doesn't spoil her with pampering and gifts like he used. They haven't been on a special date, and he always makes excuses for not spending time with her. Raven is a housewife. When her husband comes home from work, she expects him to spend time with her since she was bored and alone throughout the day. But he will rather play video games all night than pay attention to her. One day, she broke down. She has tried to have a mature conversation about her problem with her husband several times, but he won't budge. She couldn't bear his indifference toward her anymore. They had an argument and things haven't gone well since then. They are living like two roommates under one roof. He doesn't eat her food. When she greets him, he doesn't respond. Raven is confused about what to do. She wishes she knew what she did wrong and why he changed after their marriage. I can write all the stories of the women I met at the club and their soured love life, but that will only make this post longer than it should. I tried to make sense of why their husbands disrespects them so much. Why did the affection stop? Why did they suddenly give up on loving their partners? Were these men ever in love in the first place? It wasn't as if these women were rich, or earning more than their male partners. Some of them are full-time housewives. They weren't complaining about taking full responsibility for running their households. They just wanted a bit of pampering and maybe recognition for their efforts. When I got home from the club, I hit the shower and got ready for bed. My mind kept flashing back to my conversation with the women from the club. I thought it would be a great idea to reveal why men fall out of love faster than women and why they don't recognize the efforts their women contribute to the relationship. And to my surprise, I discovered more than I bargained for. Apparently, there is a psychological explanation for how we fall in love. Love is the most sacred, beautiful, and powerful feeling in the world. It's like an addiction. You feel an intense euphoria just thinking of the person. Your attention will be focused on the person, and have obsessive thoughts about the person. You rely on them emotionally and crave an intimate bond with them. When we love someone, we don't mind going overboard to express how we feel about them. We don't see our excessive display of affection as a problem, and we can ignore when our actions undermine the other person's actions. We tend to place the other person's interest before ours, and as such we give them the power to hurt us. They think they can mistreat or underestimate what we're offering them. As a result, the care, time, and passion that we put into making them feel seen, adored, and valued can be rejected. The problem is when someone doesn't honor the love shown to them, they usually end up abusing it, and abusing us as well. In other words, the person who loves more often gets hurt more. When you love someone more than they love you, the balance shifts off to one side and the love starts fading away. Eventually, one partner starts carrying all the weight of their relationship on their shoulders and soon burns out. However, men love differently than women. Researchers discovered that men fall in love faster than women. Probably why we hear things like, men fall in love with their eyes and women fall in love with their ears. So not only are men subject to falling in love quicker than women, men need less justification to allow themselves to fall in love when they are attracted to someone. You will know when a man is in love with you because his behavior will show you that your happiness is important to him. He will want to be around you while giving you space so he doesn't come off as an obsessed guy. He will make you his priority and won't be ashamed to be vulnerable in front of you. When a man stops loving you, he begins to pull away. He will disrespect you and stop caring. It can range from ignoring you when you're hurt to going out of his way to upset you. He might dismiss your feelings and ignore you, and on a bad day, he puts you down in front of others. You will realize that the one person who was committed to loving and taking care of you forever is quick to dismiss your feelings. And to make matters worse, he will gaslight and guilt trip you to avoid taking responsibility for his action. If you try to talk to him about it, he'll twist it around and accuse you of being too sensitive or dramatic.
Here's a harsh truth, and I'm sorry I'm the one that has to say it. This is gonna hit really hard. There's your warning. The truth is, ladies, it doesn't matter how pretty you are. It doesn't matter how much you love a man. It's not gonna keep a man. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much you beg for that relationship to work. It's not gonna keep a man. It doesn't matter how much effort you put into that relationship to make it work. It doesn't matter how good of a person you are deep down. It's not gonna keep a man. A man is only going to be kept by who he wants to be kept by. A man is only going to fight for what he wants to fight for. You know better. Love God, know your worth, love yourself, and everything else is going to fall into place, I promise. I really hope this helps. And in the meantime, when you find that person, you're going to realize you're beautiful, and there was nothing wrong with you all along.
Women are biologically clingy. When we love too much, and so we try everything not to lose the person. You become so invested in the person's life and forget about your own individuality, your own dreams, and you change your lifestyle to fit into his. But in reality, being clingy can push a man away. The expectations women demand of men out of love can be too much pressure on the man. And a masculine man will misinterpret excessive love as love bombing or manipulation. Studies prove that the oxytocin, love hormone, in women is higher than it is in men. This may explain why women love too much and why we are more sensitive than men when our love is not requited. You have made this man the center of your world, so you expect him to return the same and show up whenever you need him. If he doesn't, you feel broken and worthless. You think you are undesirable. So if science is correct, a woman should never love a man more than he loves her. Because if she does, she will most likely end up in a one-sided relationship like Raven, which will surely bring her misery and tears.
Before you leave, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and smash the notification bell so you don't miss my next video.